Hey everybody, this is Erica, the technology nerd likes to film stuff. It is Galaxy Note 7 official launch day, and I am making this video for the paranoid. How to protect your very new expensive investment, aka the Galaxy Note 7. This thing is over 800 bucks. Pretty much $900. We all saw Zach's video, Jerry Rig Everything, about how easily the Galaxy Note 7 supposedly scratches, especially versus Gorilla Glass 4. This is Gorilla Glass 5. So it's really hard to say if the Note 7 is truly scratch prone, for that time will tell, and a lot of actual real world testing. I am happy that we have more crack resistant glass, but in the most basic terms of everything that I know about chemically strengthened glass is that the more scratches you get, especially deep scratches, the weaker the glass becomes because it compromises what the strengthening process has done to it, the process called tempering. So if Gorilla Glass 5 is more prone to scratches than before, better safe than sorry. More scratches can equal weaker glass. Corning has shown in their emulated real-world tests, though, that the glass is similar to Gorilla Glass 4, and they told Android Authority that the scratches Zach saw could have been a transfer of the softer material, the PIC, onto the harder material, the glass. I just have to say, time will tell. Better safe than sorry, you guys. So today I went to Best Buy and picked up all three of the flip type covers that at least give the display some type of protection. That's for people who really do not like screen protectors, for example. But I also picked up this Extreme Impact screen protector by Pure Gear, and this is the simplest to install screen protector that I've ever seen. I've seen them talked about for a while. Yeah, this did not hit the glass. Essentially, you just clean your phone, you pop it in this tray, and you use this little rolly tool to just slide it right on, and it aligns it absolutely perfectly. Unfortunately, this doesn't cover the sides of the display, but it's going to cover that viewable area. So I'm going to apply that. It's pretty dummy proof. I shouldn't be able to mess it up. If your hate of screen protectors is because of just how difficult it can be to get teeny little pieces of fuzz and just the alignment imperfect and having to realign it, this should soothe your angst. But otherwise, we've got the S-View flip cover. This is with the kickstand. It has the little window that lets you control the phone, certain aspects of it. And I've actually really been enjoying this one so far. I will rate these, by the way, so you can see what I like best or what I recommend most. So on here, you're able to access contacts. You're able to open up the camera and take pictures. You also have some music controls as well. It's been opened up to third-party applications, so it's not just Samsung stuff that works anymore, so I find that these cases are actually useful now, worth the money. And you can change your wallpaper. Of course, you can accept calls, you can reject calls, so it's a pretty awesome, snazzy little case. I really like it in this black color. I think it looks really clean. I think this is probably one of the best looking S-View cases that they've made. Then it's also got a kickstand, so you can watch media on it as well. It's probably going to take some time to break it in properly. It's nice that with all of these cases that the inductive charging is going to work just fine. So let's go ahead and try on another one of these. This is the S-View flip cover. This is the clear one. This is actually my least favorite of all of them. I will tell you why in a minute. Let's go ahead and open the box. So this one is the only one that is pure plastic. And the problem with something that's pure plastic is that, yeah, it's gonna scratch. So I think that this isn't going to age very well. It's put together with a bit of material here. And you can see that you've got this fabric-y seam. Then you've got this matte, somewhat opaque finish. You can still see notifications through. But what's nice about this case versus last year is you can see that they've put this rubbery ring around it. That way the case doesn't jostle around because it was scratching people's displays. Things were getting stuck between here and scratching the display. So that is not a problem anymore. I actually wish that the others had that same feature. So once you pop it in, you close it, this isn't going to go anywhere. Nothing is going to rub on your display. And through it, you can see your notifications. If you tap the on button, you can see time, any notifications. You can answer calls, you can reject calls. You've got your volume buttons here. You don't have to open the case to answer calls either. So it's nice enough, but it feels just really plasticky to me and doesn't add that much functionality. But it does have that sleep and wake feature, so that's cool. And the last one here is actually my favorite of these flip type covers. It's called the LED wallet cover. I have it on my Galaxy S7 Edge, and I really like it, but it's lacking the functionality that this one finally has. There are cute little notification features that you can see that it's able to show on here, but they only worked for Samsung's apps, where this one works with all third-party apps as well. So I'm so glad that Samsung has opened it up to work with all your apps. It makes this case that much more functional. So it looks like a very unassuming case. I think that it doesn't change the form factor too much. It looks very unassuming. You can answer calls right from it too. You've got a little case on the inside, the only one that has a case on the inside that you can put an ID in. So if we grab our phone, this actually is powered by the battery of this phone. You can see that there are LEDs that show up. So that must be done by the wireless charging technology. So that's pretty cool. So you can turn on the display and you can see the time. If there is a notification, it's going to tell you what that notification is. But the cutest part, and the part that is just tickling me so much, is that you now have the ability to customize your icons. So LED color icons. So you can choose any of these icons that they've included, or you can make your own icons. I was actually able to make these myself. So for my husband, if he calls, it will show up as John on the front cover. Then if I go underneath notifications for any of my applications, you can see I made one for Gmail already, and I made one for Hangouts. So here I am with my S Pen. I can go ahead and draw any type of little design. You can erase it, you can undo, you can enlarge it, so you can have a better control over what you're doing. Really, just such a nice feature that they've got here. So once you make the icon, you can choose which application that you want to be tied to it. So that's just so cool. So if there is an incoming call, of course you can see who it is. You can swipe in one of the directions to either accept the call or to deny the call. When the music is playing, you can see the music bars. That used to only work with Samsung's own personal music app. Messages are going to show up. It's just absolutely adorable. When you are in a phone call or if you're playing music, you can change the volume and it shows you on the display. It's going to tell you what your battery percentage is and when there's low battery alert. So this is my absolute favorite case. There's really nothing gimmicky about it. There's no windows or anything on it that I need to worry about to clean. I can stuff my ID in here and also have Samsung Pay pulled up. So it becomes my wallet and my ID all at the same time. Very handy. My absolute favorite case, and all the new features just makes me so happy. So this is all for now. I did finish installing that screen protector, but within an hour I took it off because it felt really tacky. It made it hard to use the S Pen. It no longer slid really nicely across the surface. The experience of the glass is just so important. So I'm going to either have to track down a nice glass screen protector, which would probably be the best experience, but I couldn't find any today on release day. Or Samsung is also releasing an OEM screen protector that should fit perfectly around these curves, at least as far as I understood. So I'm on standby until we hear more about this display and if it's going to scratch more easily than the Gorilla Glass 4. It's a good idea to get a screen protector, you guys. Whether you get this one, which is really easy to apply, or whether you use this clear S-View case because it looks like it's not going to move around and scratch your display. But still, the others provide some protection and also have a lot of functionality. I don't like cases that much, but if they don't make the form factor really huge, which these don't, and if it adds functionality, that's a bonus. So my ideal setup is probably going to be a screen protector, maybe a glass one, and one of these cases. This one's my favorite. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you like these cases. There's also tons of third-party cases as well. Just because of the fit and finish and the functionality that these offer, I prefer the Samsung cases. But of course, I'm always interested in your guys' feedback as well. So this has been Erica, the technology nerd, likes to film stuff. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your experiences. Let me know if your device is scratching more easily. The truth is going to reveal itself about Gorilla Glass 5. All of that will be revealed in time. So have a good night.